Yo, what's up, YouTube? I want to show you how to make a bomb-ass burger. Stick around for the goodness. Hold on a second. I want to turn the computer towards the kitchen. There we go. Awesome sauce. Got the Ethernet cable still plugged in. Excellent. There we go. Now this is going to have to be how I do my cooking videos on YouTube, is when I turn the screen. This way you can at least see what I'm working with, you know. Got me some Potter's vodka mixed with some Full Throttle and Monster. Not exactly healthy, but who gives a Let's get into it. Now I'm going to turn the stove on to high just to make it cook quicker for y'all. We have a plate that I can put all my ingredients onto. Thick cut bacon, 4 slices. Bacon. Alright, got the stove turned on to high, got our 4 slices of bacon in there just like that. That is beautiful. Go ahead and put that back on the stove. Let's get our season ready. Now on this burger, we're going to make a cup full of seasoning. We're going to take our Tony's, pour a little bit in there, just like that. And we're going to, there we go, use this seasoning to not only season our bacon, but we're also going to use it to season the burger patty and the bread that we use for it. Alright, take that cup full of Tony's and we're going to mix in some of that Slap Yo Mama seasoning. Oh yeah, there we go. You see, got a little bit in there. There we go, just like that. Alright. I hear that bacon is sizzling. Now you've seen me use my lid to season my stuff before, so what I'm going to do is just take a pinch of that seasoning. With my fingers, and I'm going to pinch that seasoning. Now taking my fingers and just going bloop and sprinkling it on the bacon. You don't need that much neither. Just like that. I didn't put that much on there, just a light sprinkle. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Bacon. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and flip that bacon. Now to make this sandwich, YouTube and Facebook, I'm cooking all my meats first, so that way we can use the grease for added flavor. Mm. There you go. Now as you can see, I have all 4 pieces scooted to the middle to get them cooked. Get them cooked nice and quick. Go ahead and give that bacon another flip. 3 pieces are done. Not too much crispy, not too much chewy, just about in the middle there. That's the way I like it. That's the way I like it. That's the way I like it. I'll show you what the bacon looks like when I'm done cooking it. Just give me a second, YouTube and Facebook, and I'll show you the goodies. I'll show you the goods. Let this piece go a little bit longer. So, this is what I'm looking for on my bacon. See how cooked up that is? All 4 pieces right there. A little bit of chewiness, a little bit of crispiness on the edges. But as you can see, it is pretty much cooked all the way through. So our bacon for our burger is done. Next step. Burger patty. Now for this here burger we have 100% pure beef, 80% lean, 20% fat. There we go. Take that paper off the patty, boop, just like that. And I'm going to take the seasoning, our seasoned mixture, and just very lightly go across it like that. See that right there? Just like that. Take that seasoned mixture and kind of spread it around on the patty just like that. And then put this side down first and then do the same thing to the other side. All that bacon grease you just got done cooking with, cook your patty in that same grease. Yeah. A little bit of grease on the stove here, but I'm going to wipe that up while I'm cooking. That's easy enough. Yeah. Now when you're flipping your burger patty, you want to be extra careful that you don't break it in half while flipping it. Now you got all this bacon grease cooking into the bottom of your burger patty. You give it a flip, gently of course, you don't want grease flying everywhere. There you go. And the cooking video like this is a little bit easier because this allows me to have both hands free to cook the meal, the thing, you know. But you don't get to see it up close and personal. That's the only downside. That's why I bring it up to the camera here. Yeah. You see the burger patty right there cooking up. Flip. Give it another flip. There we go. One more flip. Now for assembling the burger so far, I went and cooked all the meat first. Got the burger patty and the bacon cooked. Bacon, the burger patty cooked up. There we go. Fucking it's like you're the speech impediment. Goddamn. Last but not least, you're gonna need your sandwich bun. That's when I'd recommend this stuff for your patty melt, Texas toast. Now what I'm going to do now is show you how, of course you've seen my patty melts by now. Take our seasoned mixture and very lightly dust the top of it like that. And do the same thing to the other side. I'm going to cook it in that grease for both of them. I'll use this. I'll leave you enough seasoning to do the other side of this bread. Just go ahead and This pan's big enough I can do both buns at the same time, so why not, right? There we go, we're done with our seasoned lid. Go ahead and put that back on the tongues. When I say big enough for both buns, I'm not kidding. Look at that. Yeah, buddy. Get these toasted up real quick. Rather than just dump the grease out on the pan here, what I did was I'll let the bread soak it up. That way none of the grease is going to waste. That's just about there. Oh yeah, that's perfect. Alright, so that looks pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and assemble this beast. Show you how that's done, show you what it looks like when you're assembling it. To ignore the siren in the background, I do apologize for that. I have no control over that. Alright, tubes. Take a look at this. This is what you're looking for. I got the bacon on top. I mean X with the bacon, and then I did a cross with it, you know what I'm saying? Got that nice layer of bacon on top of there, just like that. But hold on, we ain't done yet. Now to make this patty melt pop, we're going to take some nacho cheese Doritos, put it on top of the bacon. Your mouth watering yet? Now I'm going to take these Doritos, YouTube and Facebook, I want to put them right on top of the bacon here. Take a couple Doritos and kind of squish them down on top of the bacon. And one more. Hold on, I gotta steal one out of the bag for camera purposes. Maybe two. Okay, 3 and 4. Show that logo. snack strong. Now this is what you're left with so far. I took a handful of Doritos, one at a time, and just kind of put them on top of the bacon, you know, squish it down nice and flat, just like that. Just gonna push on it like that. Push all them Doritos chips and put it on top of your bacon. Just, oop, little straggler trying to escape. Well, there we go. Put the Doritos on top. We're not done yet. Hold on. Now, it wouldn't be a cheeseburger without some cheese. Would it, YouTube? No, it wouldn't. If you're going to make a cheeseburger, you're going to have some cheese. So this is when our friends over at Great Value with the mozzarella come in handy. This is shredded mozzarella cheese. Look at that. Oh, yeah. And same thing as before with the chips. I'm going to take... try to tuck these chips in a bit better so they sit more tightly on the sandwich. There we go. Beautiful. And here comes the tricky part of the sandwich. Making it. You want that cheese and the chips to stay on top. So this process can be a little bit delicate, but just very carefully, very gently. There we go. Sprinkle that cheese on top of your sandwich. Spread it out a little bit. There we go. Feel like one or two more pinches here. Now, I don't even have to tell you twice, but doesn't that look good? Now see all that cheese right there? Go ahead and take it, squish it down, nice and flat onto your chip surface. And if you can, take all that cheese that might have spilt out onto your plate when you were sprinkling it on there. Yeah. I'm going to take all that cheese from underneath your plate, or underneath the sandwich, I mean, and sprinkle that on top. I like mozzarella cheese because it melts so easy. You put it on your pizza. That's the pizza cheese right there, man. That's why people use it on their pizzas, because it's got a nice cheese pull effect. Alright. So now we're going to stick this here in the microwave for 1:34. Granted, my microwave is pretty powerful, so I don't know how powerful yours is. But the bottom half in the microwave, everything on top looking good. Make sure that cook. 1, 3, 4. Boom. Now, this is pretty much what the buns look like. I wanted it to look like this on both sides, but with the grease toasting into the bottom of the bun, that's kind of what it looked like. It's a little bit burnt. Not what I was going for, but that's alright. That's why this half is going on the inside, because it looks better from this side. Yeah. So try not to burn it if you can help it. Says this guy. "34 seconds left until we got dankness." Have a sip of our drink combination while we're waiting. But yeah, I'm showing you cool cobras how to make a dank ass sandwich on YouTube. Knock my lighter on the ground. Hold on a sec. There we go. Right. And through the miracle of time, our sandwich is done. You can see the bottom half of that. All that mozzarella cheese just melted into a nice gooey pile on top. That's what we're looking for. Oh. And just like that, YouTube, this sandwich is done. We're gonna crown this bitch with the top half of that bun. Now squish down the bun on top there. Just like that. Now this is a trick. The final step to making any good sandwich, the flip. What I mean by the flip, it involves picking it up off the plate hot, picking it up off the plate, making sure it don't stick to your plate. There we go. Making sure it don't stick to your plate. Squish the sandwich together just like that. So this way when you go to pick it up and bite into it, you got this massive greasy mess right here. But I'll have to let that cool off a bit because that's still pretty freaking hot. But there you go, let's get a 360 of it. Now that is a sandwich, ladies and gentlemen. Alright, so now let's go ahead and adjust our camera right quick. Back to where it normally sits. There we go. Whew. I tell you what, YouTube, you cannot go wrong with this here sandwich. If you're looking for some soul food, some comfort, greasy food, some food that just tastes so good, you're going to be like, oh, where have you been all my life? That right there is how you do it. And you notice that the sandwich is not layered with unnecessary condiments. It's simple. Mozzarella cheese, Doritos, bacon, burger patty, Texas toast, a little bit of seasoning. Boom. It's not done over the top. It's just simple, easy to use ingredients. Now, excuse me, is it heart healthy? Probably not. Now, like I said, if you're on a diet, trying to lose weight, or maybe if you're a vegan, don't watch. Because probably the only thing that's vegan about this sandwich is the bread and the cheese, right? Maybe the chips too. But, yo, YouTube and Facebook, it's been a while since your boy King Cobra done a cooking video, and I'm like, well, now, here's how it goes down. Here's how you make it. I just showed you step by step how to make it. I didn't mean to get the bottom halves of that burnt like I did, but that's alright. That's quite alright. A lot of that grease just kind of cooked into the bread a little bit, so I'm sure it'll still taste fine just the same. Now, the one I made yesterday was perfect. I didn't burn the bread, but that's alright. That's alright. That sandwich is still pretty warm. This is fresh out of the cycle of cooking, so I'm going to let it cool off for just a bit longer, but not too much longer, because we still want a nice warm sandwich, right? No, I don't even have a name for it. I'm trying to think of one. Like the Delicious Bastard. That'd be a good name for it. The Delicious Bastard. But got the King Cobra Patty Melt. I don't know. Several good names I could use for it. So I'm going to call this the Bacon and Dorito Cheeseburger. Just because that's what's on it. Bacon and Doritos, right? Yeah. The Bacon Dorito Cheeseburger. And it took about almost an hour to make. Almost. It's like 38 minutes or less. So yeah, it might take some time to make up real quick, but even on the high setting. But the end result is a delicious, greasy monstrosity. You take that first bite and be like, oh, you get your sexy little sandwich back. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, dude. Take a couple of drags of this here cigarette. Marlboro Smooth, not a sponsor. And again, I'm not sponsored by any of the people's companies that I use in this video. This is all just free advertising, but of course you might have just tuned out while I made this sandwich if you're on Facebook, but that's alright. You'll get to see a video of it being made on YouTube/Facebook, so that'll be nice. Oh, I got my slippers over there. Huh. Go ahead and put this cigarette out for after I get done eating. I like to have a smoke when I get done eating. That's understandable, right? I wouldn't call it breakfast. I wouldn't call it lunch. I wouldn't call it dinner. I call it dankness. You see all that mozzarella cheese melted on top of those Doritos chips, all over that bacon. Yeah. I call this dankness right here, YouTube. Let's get into it. It's been a while since I've done a cooking video for YouTube, and most of my recipes consist of greasy patty melts like the one you see in my hands right here. There's a nice little corner right there. Let's get in that corner bite right there. Let's get into it. On. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm. Dude, that is so good. Now, if you want to add ketchup and mustard to your top bun, just do it right before you crown the sandwich. You want to add some sauce to it, some condiments, whatever. Just add it to your top bun before you crown the sandwich. But, ooh, let me get another bite of this. Not one, not two, not three, but 4 pieces of bacon. I'll give you a cross section of this when I get this next bite. Hold on. Mm. Well. Mm. Mm. Oh my God. Again, I'll hold it right side up. There's that cross section, YouTube and Facebook. Gotta give y'all a cross section for the cooking video. Get a close up of that. Oh, that's the sandwich, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, string pull. Mm. 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 Not trying to toot my own horn, but goddamn, that's a good sandwich, YouTube. Mm. A little Dorito trying to escape. Hold on. Mm. Now, I do apologize for eating in front of you, but I call this pitmaster privilege. Look at him referencing all these YouTubers in this one video. uh, mm. Yep, you definitely can't go wrong with a burger like this. The flavor coming off of this is fantastic. You like bacon, you like beef, you like mozzarella cheese, you like Doritos, you're gonna love this burger. And maybe nacho cheese Doritos aren't your thing. You're more of a Cool Ranch kind of person. Yeah. So then, yeah, you add whatever chip you like. You don't have to add nacho cheese Doritos to this burger. Maybe you're a Lay's potato chips kind of guy. Or maybe you like Cheetos, spicy hot. Man, you add whatever delicious snack chip you want to your burger. This is how I do it. And I want to pull this in half for some cheese pull effect. Look at that cheese pull. Look at that cheese pull from the mozzarella. Oh, goddamn, isn't that sexy? Ooh. No, 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 no. Yeah, buddy. Oh, you already know I'm going to eat this entire burger. You already know. Burger like this to start your day out? Hell yeah. This is the kind of burger that gets your day started right. Fill your tummy up with some grease and some protein and carbs and oh man, this is a good burger. Man, the only thing that would make this burger even better, a nice over easy egg underneath all them Doritos. Ooh. I was sitting here looking at this like, oh, I only got one bite left, and then I look down. Oh, I still got more sandwich. Yeah. Well, I spilt 2 Doritos on the floor doing that cheese pull for the camera, but I'll pick that up here in a second. I'm going to finish my sandwich first. Oh, man. And look at that. We still got another delicious chunk left. So this sandwich is far from being finished. Now, as you can see, your sandwich doesn't have to be overly complicated to be delicious. Well, a piece of beef trying to escape. Nope. You don't need some high-end, fancy ingredients, super expensive, blah, blah, blah. Nah, dude. Now, this burger is cheap, easy to make. And god damn it, is that delicious. You know, I'm just sitting there eating this going, ooh. You're just sitting there eating this going, oh, I can taste the calories and I don't care. Hold on. Oh, even got some Doritos on my chair. Look out. A couple little crumbs. I'll dry my hands real quick and I'll come back at you here in a second. Alright, and you don't have to use the same exact seasonings I used. I mean, if you got your 1 to 2 seasonings that you trust with when you're making your burger, then you use whatever seasoning you like. But I tell you what, that's a burger. Mm. The flavor on that. The flavor on that. Oh my god, YouTube, that was so good. Yo. If you and your girlfriend like Doritos, you like bacon, you like burgers, you like mozzarella cheese, and give that burger a try, man. I'm telling you right now, you don't need to have some fancy 5-star restaurant quality. You don't even need to... Like, if you want to make bacon... If you like eating bacon cheeseburgers, but every time you go out to eat, it's a bit more expensive. So, save yourself a couple of bucks and, you know... It's nice to go out and eat every now and then, yeah, but, like, you're better off cooking it at home. That burger was so good, though. That's like bar food right there, dude. It's plain and simple, dude. Like, that burger's good enough that I would serve it in my own restaurant if I had one. No bullshit. Welcome to Cobra's Cafe. How may I take your order? Cool, cool. You want a Coke? We got Coke, we got Pepsi products, we got 44 beers on tap. We serve nachos, burgers, barbecue. Yeah, no. Now, if I had my own restaurant, I would serve burgers and nachos and fries. Yeah. And deep fried food like deep fried Snickers and stuff like that. Yeah. I'd have Coke and Pepsi products, and I'd have like 44 beers on tap. That's what I do. And customers who are old enough to drink could get a pitcher of beer mixed with their favorite soda. You know what I'm saying? Like, here at Thirsty Thursdays at the Cobra's Cafe, pick one beer, one soda to mix into a pitcher and pay like the price you would pay for a reasonably priced pitcher of beer. We got nachos, we got burgers, we got deep fried food, we got French fries. Look out. Yeah. And the only reason why I do nachos and burgers and French fries and deep fried food is because it's unhealthy and easy to make. And quick, just, you know what I'm saying? That's just the way I see it. You too, if you're gonna have a restaurant, you want food that's quick and easy to make and tastes good. It looks good on plates. Customers don't want to sit there for an hour and a half waiting for you to make some super fancy delicacy type deal. Nah, man, customers go in there, they're hungry, they want their food now. You know what I'm saying? That's why bar food like patty melts and stuff like that, easy to make. Oh, excuse me. You can call it a patty melt, call it a bacon cheeseburger, whatever you want to call it. That sandwich was bomb diggity. I just showed you all how to make it. You don't have to use the exact same brands that I use, but that's just the general concept of it. And that hit the spot, dude. That'll carry me through the rest of the day just fine. You know, that way I'm not, well, to be quite honest, it makes the food last longer and, you know, yeah. But I'm not going to talk about that. That's, you know. But what I am going to say, YouTube, is that burger was phenomenal. And if you want to make it, that's how you do it. The bacon Dorito cheeseburger. Get your cool cobras on the flip side, huh?